John Mateer at Wazoo, go Cougs, and John Mateer at Oklahoma have been two different players. But Sooner fans and most of the college football world, that a huge factor in his lack of production has been the hand surgery that happened mid-season. John Mateer pre and post hand surgery have been two different players. But this past weekend against Tennessee, we got some signs that things might be changing. He had his best night running the rock as a Sooner. The Oklahoma offense had an ugly 99-yard first half, but they were able to rack up 252 yards in the second, due in large part to Mateer converting first downs with his legs. The biggest thing that stuck out to me were those yards after contact numbers. You can't rack those up if you got second thoughts about your hand. The passing numbers, though, they don't make a clear case for John Mateer being all the way back. Yards per attempt are way down, and we got to look at the tape to figure out why that is. Because the question, is he back, isn't just a fun thought experiment. It's going to influence the playoff picture. Make no mistake about it, 9-3 Oklahoma that gets two of these next three is going to have the best resume we've seen from a three-loss team. And if they're rolling into December with a defense and a 100% Mateer, that's not a squad that any team's going to want to host in the playoffs. So is he the man again? We got to check the tape to know for sure.
This play, to me, as a former quarterback, you're not making this throw if your hand's bothering you. He's got an out route here on the top of the screen and then a go ball. This is a trap cover two corner and a cover two linebacker. This is a dangerous situation to throw a quick out route on. If you're a quarterback that's dealing with a hand injury and you're not sure if you can rip it or you're not confident in your accuracy, you're not attempting this throw, especially, which sometimes it works against John Mateer, when you have legs where, hey, you can just be like, if it's gray at all, I'll just try to run for it and I'll just try to play backyard football and all that. No, right here, John Mateer fits this into a tight window, which then to me says, hey, his hand's fine. And then also, like, when you're watching the plays and the play calls and what they're getting to, it's not overly conservative, where nothing really sticks out to me like the hand is a huge issue. That being said, concern in terms of where John Mateer's at and this Oklahoma offense is I see a quarterback that is feeling the need to play hero ball consistently. Max, what does that mean? One, I think his eyes are going down and he's feeling the need that he has to run and make plays earlier than he needs to. By doing that, I don't think his pocket movement is as strong, and he's also missing reads from time to time. Here is the perfect example. This is the last drive before halftime. They're trying to drive, get points on the board, and convert here. Tennessee is going to go Tampa 2 on this coverage. You got here, corner or a safety bailing out. This linebacker, Tampa 2, the old Monty Kiffin special. Two things happen here. One, John Mateer gets fooled in that he's looking to hit this curl route on the bottom of the screen, which will never happen versus a cover two look. So first off, poor recognition by John Mateer. He takes his eyes there first. There's no way you should be going there with the ball. But secondly, he has another curl right here by his slot receiver that is open, and it's tough, right? But it's a long down and distance. It's tough to hang in the pocket. It's tough when your offensive line's getting beat. And the point that I'm trying to drive home is by John Mateer, one, not recognizing it, but then two, he quickly panics or quickly gets out of his drop and then scrambles to the right. And when you're watching at home, it's like, oh, the offensive line's getting beat and John Mateer's having to run around and whatnot. But if he hangs in this pocket, that slot receiver at the top of the screen is open versus this cover two look. And it's good enough protection to hang in this pocket. Again, my point is hero ball. Right there, hang in the pocket. You got protection. Tennessee's only rushing 4. You have 6 blockers, 5 offensive linemen, and the running back. I would love for John to hang in the pocket and see this curl route that's about to come open. Instead, he flushes out. It looks like, he's just playing backyard ball. He gets like a 4-yard gain. Whatever. You could say, Max, this is a byproduct of the offensive line struggling. I would agree with you. If the offensive line was better, I don't think it forces John to feel that need to play hero ball, and he would have better trust in his offensive line. I also think if he had a run game, that would add to the factor. That would help lessen his need to feel like he's playing hero ball. But then literally 2 plays later, point man with a post route, back guy works inside route to inside leverage to an out route, and then this tight end leaks into the flat. three-man concept, a concept where your whole vision is always towards the left side or left-hand side of the field, and Mateer misses this tight end. This tight end is wide ass open, and this is 3rd and 7, I believe. Yeah, 2 plays later. But you can see again, John Mateer feels the need to scramble, break the pocket, doesn't have to. Check this tight end. 1, 2, 3. That's picked up. That's picked up. That's still picked up. And I can empathize a little bit of maybe John's like, hey, if I hit this tight end here, these guys will rally, these defenders will rally, and I won't pick up the first down. And he's saying he feels, hey, I'm so good. I'm let me try to make something happen and pick up the first down. But that's also just not good quarterback play. Right there, see, now we've seen him eyes down, try to break the pocket. And I think what he's trying to do, and I wish I had the back view for you guys, I think his instincts are telling him, hey, I got a crease right there. And then this defensive end quickly closes down. I'll get to that in the next little portion. John Mateer is extremely mobile. I do not think he has good footwork in the pocket. Differences. Tom Brady, terrible mobility, excellent footwork. Those don't always go hand in hand. But obviously, point being, tight end's wide open, give him the ball, get the first down, move on, get yourself some points before the half. Instead, he's dancing around, trying to make plays, doesn't ultimately get there, and it looks like excellent coverage, and it looks like poor pass protection. It's not. I mentioned it just then, but big takeaway for me, for John Mateer to get back to where he was at before, he's got to stop this happy feet stuff. He has poor footwork in the pocket. He does these aggressive hops, and he is causing more pressure upon himself than he ultimately needs to. Here, it's a little 3-man progression on the top of the screen. You got a dig by the tight end in the slot. You got a like seek curl route right here, and then a little wheel route on the bottom of the screen. This dig route is wide ass open. Wide ass open. Mateer gets happy feet, misses that. And I think if he had calmer feet in the pocket, you'd find this. See, you can see right there, right as I pause that, you can already see him leaking to his right, and you can already see him cutting his drop short, and he's just not on rhythm here. And I'll let this play, and then I'll use the back view as well. But look at that dig route, aggressively steps up, tries to hit the check down, almost interception, got away with one. Back view's better. I want you to pay attention to 2 things. One, how he drifts to his right, and then how he unnecessarily, after he drifts right, aggressively steps up. And he's stepping up he's making the pressure worse. Versus if he just did 3, pitch, get the ball out, he'd find this dig. 1, 2, 3. See, he's already hopping to his right, already hopping aggressively up. Like, bro, just stay right here in the pocket, hang out right here, throw this ball here, make it a lot easier on yourself. And then here's a third example. This is in the second half. This is the weakest of the examples, so I wanted to have this go third. Actually, no. This is early on, but I put it third because if I put it first, you guys would be like, especially because I've been critical a little bit of Oklahoma 2 weeks ago. I loved Oklahoma and their pass rush this last week, but Oklahoma fans coming at me a little bit. This one is a little bit of a stretch, but you'll get my point, where it's 3rd and 10. So again, deep down in distance, they have a drag route coming underneath. You have a little vertical route by this tight end, vertical route here, and then a dig on the bottom of the screen. Again, this is the winner right here. Hit the ball underneath and see if you can get it on time, but then after fact, he can run up and, yards after catch, get the first down. Tennessee, going to rush 4. Right here. Fine pocket, but then you're going to start to see Mateer drift this way. And it allows, like right here, this right defensive end should never make this sack. Never make this sack. But because Mateer gets drifted to his right, it puts your right tackle in a terrible position. And I think what's happening is Mateer is feeling this rush right here. But I would argue, and I wish I had the back view for you guys, with his mobility, I would die to have this mobility. And I think that he could get through that lane right there and see if he can extend a play rather than drifting to his right and falling into this sack. Elite mobility, poor pocket awareness. This guy's coming down below and again takes a sack. Poor. Right there, you can see him right here. It's fun. It's fun. But he's like scrambling. He's hopping. He's drifting to his right. Eyes all over the place. That's a tough look. Sorry, that's the one that I thought. That's good defense. But you can see my point is like the chaotic eyes and the chaotic feet. It's a byproduct of a guy that I feel like doesn't trust his offensive line and is feeling the weight of an entire offense on his shoulders versus if you had a run game, if you had a better offensive line, I don't think you see the like panicky eyes and the panicky feet as much. And this is the point that I was trying to drive home. Because when you do get him outside the pocket and he does get outside of a rush lane, man, can he make the defense pay. Gets the first down. Big pickup there. We can't discuss this game without discussing the actual keeper. That's my thoughts on John Mateer. Oklahoma kicker Tate Sandel became the first FBS kicker to make 3 50-yard kicks since the Sooners' Gabe Baricki. I don't even know how to say that. Sorry, make fun of me in the comments. In 2021, that helped turn the short fields and the defense were giving them into a lot of Sooner points. The Athletic give the Sooners a 14% chance to make the playoff. And dude, like I said, they'd be an absolute nightmare to play. If they had a healthy John Mateer and a healthy R. Mason Thomas, you do not want to play the Sooners.